Okay, yes, guys, here I am. I'm back again, providing you with a weekly report. I know I haven't done a couple in a minute, but I'm back again, of course. I'm still one of the mentors at ARKX. And yeah, let's dive straight into it. So we're gonna start off with crypto. And with me diving straight into crypto, let me start with the analysis. Sorry. So where we are right now, I see price fairly bullish. We are in a market phase. So I'm not going to give too much information, but I have recently just dropped. I am currently in the process of dropping multiple gems and for our VIP members, and I'm dropping different episodes on a market framework and how we view the market. So I'm just going to start off straight away with viewing the market in a phase context. So if we look at it this way, so we can see we have had a accumulation phase. Now price accumulated at this area for quite some time. We've now expanded lower. With us expanding, we've tapped into a key level. Now we want to always, when we have our expansion phase, we want price to manipulate a key level. Now that we've had our expansion phase, we've now seen price distribute or reverse. Sorry, price is now reversed. Now I do want to see higher prices from BTC. Eventually we will definitely see some higher prices from BTC, of course, but we are in the reversal phase. But I think we are slowly starting to come into the retracement phase. Now why I say so is because this is what I see. So we've been able to take out buy side liquidity over here. We've been able to take out buy side liquidity. We now have key areas that price wants to move to. Now if we look at it from a wider context, I'm going from this swing high to this, from this swing low to this swing high, and then shifting to the daily time frame, we can see in the retracement, price is going to want to take out areas of liquidity so we can generate volume or volatility to drive price higher. Now I see price eventually at some point coming out to take out this low. Now this is just on my opinion. Price can potentially come back this low, creating a lower high, a lower low, a higher low, sorry, tapping into this fair value gap or old selling areas and completely driving price higher. And I think if we are able to get a move as steep as this, if we are able to get a move as steep as this, I just sneezed, then we would definitely see Bitcoin just fly. Honestly, we'll definitely see Bitcoin just fly. But I definitely see price, taking out, even for now, short term wise, I see price probably taking out. We might see a bounce from here, and then maybe we could see something like this. Potentially, we might just use this range from this swing high to this. I'm going very messy right now. From this swing high to this swing low, we might just see this range, and price might use this as our lower, as a higher low. Might place a higher low just here. Who knows? But if not here, we will definitely see price drive towards here and then drive higher. But as of now, for the weekly sort of context, what I do know is, I do know that, bear with me, I do know that price, we've had SMT at the highs. We've had SMT at the highs here. We've also seen price tap into this order block over here. I then see price targeting areas of liquidity over here. So this is the move you want to see, and exactly this. So I do see Bitcoin driving a bit lower now. So this James Wynn brother, whoever he is, fuck knows. Well, he's a bit of a madman. But yeah, stop longing it now. You gotta do some research, mate. So yeah, let's dive into some Ethereum. Okay, so here we are on Ethereum. I should really be having my charts like this. And also just a quick one, I do normally use the ARKX chart colors and stuff like that, but because it's easier for me, all my analysis is on my own personal chart, I'd rather just use that for now. And that's probably gonna stay pretty much for a long time. But anyways, I want to view the market in phases again. So we can see we had this accumulation phase over here. We also had price accumulating again over here. Of course, price was able to distribute, and then we start consolidating over here. Then we can see price coming here, so we can see price distributing again, and you can go ahead and say, is this our expansion phase? Is it? Are we bearish on Ethereum? Is this our expansion phase? I don't think it's our expansion phase. Now, market phases ain't always going to play out. Price is not always going to deliver in a specific, consolidation, expansion, reversal, retracement, etc. It's not always going to distribute itself that way. Right now, the only clear context I can provide is on the daily time frame. But on the weekly time frame, looking at it here, is price has tapped into this level of supply. We now have this key range here that we want to play from. Eventually I want to see price take out some lows. I don't know why I use that tool. I want to see price take out some lows, some sell side liquidity, and probably bounce from some old selling to drive price higher. So in that being said, yes, I do see Ethereum pulling back a bit. This is just my analysis. Again, no financial advice. This is just my analysis, what I think will play out. I see price pulling back to a certain level, and then we drive higher. As for now, let's even dive into the daily time frame so I can give you a daily context. So in terms of phases of the market, I can provide you with that here. Now we can see I'm going to mark out this whole range. I wouldn't mark out just a small box, but I'm going to mark out this whole range. I'm going to mark out this whole range as a consolidation. You can then see price expanding. I do normally actually use my colors and stuff, but I just CB at the moment. But then we can see price distributing higher, and we are now in a consolidation phase again. So this is our reversal. We're now in a consolidation phase again with Ethereum. So now we can identify that with our executions on Ethereum, they have to be very precise because of the market phase we are in. We're not in the reversal phase where there's a lot of volume so we can catch nice trades. We are in a phase now where we've got to be executing quickly and exiting quickly as well. So now we can see that that's the case basically. Now going from this level now, providing me with a better context, I can now say this is the views I have. Eventually I want to see ETH take out that low, tapping into that area of fair value, and then driving price higher. So we can potentially see ETH come maybe to as low as 2k. I would say maybe, but I definitely see ETH coming to as low as 2,200, 2,100, around that range, and then we will definitely drive price higher. I don't see, for me anyways, I don't see any higher price action as of now. We maybe might having a consolidation bubble where price consolidates and then we have a bullish reaction. As you can see here, price will consolidate and then we have a bullish reaction. So we might be having that, who knows, but let's see. We'll see how stuff plays out with Ethereum. Now I'm just going to dive into our external market. I don't even know why I said external, but now I'm going to dive into some Forex weekly outlooks, and also some indices as well. So before we dive into some Forex, I just want to look at the DXY. So our target has been hit. I have dropped this on Twitter and also on Discord as well. My target has been hit. As of now, I'm not going to provide you with any weekly context on DXY. If you do want to see the weekly context that I provide, it will probably be later on in the week, and I'll provide that on Twitter. I also provide some extra context on Discord as well. Okay, so here we are with Euro USD starting off. We can see we want to know where price is at the moment. We want to see where price is at the moment. So we want to identify where we are on the market with phases of the market. So we can see price had consolidation. We had accumulation of buy stops at the top here, which can potentially, after this high, which we've just taken out, this will be our target now. But with that being said, we can see where we are on the market. We are in our reversal phase, so we can definitely see Euro USD having higher price action at the moment. So as it is, be prepared to look for buys, because that's the stronger direction to execute your trades in more than sells. And if you are executing sells, just be very, very careful, execute quickly and exit as quick as you can as well. So here is our weekly context. Let's go to the 1 week. Here's our weekly context. Just going to use my Fibonacci tool just to make sure everything makes sense to me. So as you can see, price took out these lows here, tapped into an area of fair value. With us tapping into an area of fair value, we also have this key level here, this gap here that price has tapped into as well, driving. You can see the way we've bounced off of it quite positively. So again, you do want to expect higher prices, so you do want to favor yourself in long positions with Euro USD. That's what you should focus on at the moment. So yeah, as of Euro USD for the week, you can definitely see some bullish price action after tapping into this fair value gap. I do see some bullish price action. Also, not forgetting as well, this is our monthly context as well. So we have SMT at the lows here. You can also see the sort of phase. We had accumulation over here. Then we've had our expansion, which we have manipulated a key level, a monthly fair value gap, and now prices in a distribution phase. So I can only see higher prices after retesting this breaker block as well. I can only see higher prices with Euro USD. Let's dive into GBP USD now. Looking at GBP USD, again, the SMT we have is over here. As you can see, SMT at the lows, GBP USD is quite strong at the moment. Also, with us creating our SMT, that low did actually tap into an area of fair value over here. As you can see, this is our high to target at the moment. Of course, we have this current high, this current previous month's high here that we want to target eventually as well and take out. But after retesting this break block, I do see higher price action after tapping this monthly order block. So it is now currently internal range liquidity to external range liquidity after tapping into that breaker block over here. Looking at the weekly context, very, very simple. Nothing too complex. I'm kind of waiting for price to tap into this fair value gap. I do want to see price tap into this fair value gap before we take out this high, and I think we'll possibly see that this week. So for now, you might want to look for this low to be taken out before we then take out these buy stops at the high. So probably the same context you want to see on Euro USD. I'm gonna update that, but I'm probably gonna update that exclusively for VIP members only. Have a clearer sort of context on what we're doing on the weekly time frame. Now here we are on gold on the weekly time frame. I can't really provide a monthly context because gold is just on a spiral right now, just going higher and higher. But as you can see, price has previously tapped into this fair value gap over here. We've then tapped into this order block, so now I expect price to target for external range liquidity, which is number one, we can target for this high for starters, and then eventually target for that high. So gold, be prepared to favor yourself in long positions. I would say look for long positions in gold. That's my personal opinion. You don't have to take it. Again, non-financial advice. I'm just providing you with the ARKX weekly outlooks. So here we are on oil. We can see we are approaching our target with this high being taken, and we tapped into this area of demand here. So internal range liquidity to external range liquidity, and we've already taken out buy stop liquidity at this high here. So we're all good to go to drive the higher prices. So I see price taking out this area here. Then we might possibly want to fill the wick or use this as a area of rejection, a rejection block. We'll see. Let's dive into the weekly context. So with the weekly context, we have a clearer view here. We can see the order block that price tapped into that we've mitigated. We can see price took out liquidity at these lows here, generating a power move up, and now we are eventually about to take out these highs. So I do need to update all my weekly outlooks that have been hit and are about to be hit as well, on Twitter and in the server as well. But yeah, as you can see here, silver, you can continue to look for higher prices. If I do have an update on our daily context, I will probably provide that, but only for our VIP members. Maybe I might provide that publicly for you guys to sort of benefit that as well, if you do use my weekly outlooks to prepare yourself for executions and trades for the week. Okay, so here we are on US 30 now. Simple analysis, we can see, of course, we had our consolidation phase over here. Price then expanded, tapping into this order block key level. Now we have had consolidation here, but blanking that out, we are now in that reversal phase over here. We've now completed the retracement phase, which was tapping into this key level here, taking out those lows. And all you can expect from US 30, and I said this on my breakdown, which is my trade breakdown videos for my VIP clients anyways, I can only see higher prices with US 30. As you can see, after tapping into here, I only see US 30 taking out this high from now on. So favor yourself in long positions at the moment, it makes more sense. So yeah, let's dive into the weekly context. With the weekly context, this is how we're looking. Again, we can sort of put ourselves in a phase of the market as well. We can mark this out as consolidation, expansion phase. Expansion, we tapping into a key level here, fair value, whatever it is. We can expect price to start distributing. Sorry. So maybe we might actually see some increase in volume with US 30, but if we don't drive and take out buy side liquidity straight away, I do see a retest here at these lows eventually. So yeah, that's pretty much my context with US 30. I'm going to dive into German 40 and pretty much show you the same thing if I do have a context for German 40, because I don't think I've actually looked at that yet in terms of higher time frame. Okay, last but not least, I don't have a context for German 40, but I do have a context on the weekly time frame for Solana. So I see Solana, of course, taking out this low. It's quite obvious. You can see price taking out this low. If we might not be able to, tap as steep into this level, but if we can take out this low, then bounce higher and start taking out some highs, I think that would be favorable for Solana in terms of seeing higher prices. So take out this low and then probably bounce higher. If not, I don't see price actually retracing any steeper. And we do have a demand here, demand level here. We do have this demand level here. So I don't see Solana trading any steeper. I do see us taking out this low, generating power to just drive price higher and taking out buy side liquidity. So that's pretty much my market weekly outlook for you for this week anyways. And also I've provided you with monthly context on some pairs as well, some symbols. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'll try to provide these as much as I can on a weekly basis. I do get extremely busy due to just different businesses and stuff like that. But yeah, that's it for this week's weekly outlook. Stay posted on my Twitter, stay posted on Jez's Twitter as well. There's a lot of information, and also on the ARKX Twitter as well. There's tons and tons of information provided every single day for you guys to use to support your trades, to be informed about the market and stuff like that. So yeah, that's it. We've also rebranded as well. I wouldn't really say rebranded, but we've also opened up spaces in our membership class, so feel free to click the link below and yeah, sign yourself up and become an ARKX student, and you'll be able to execute trades just like me, execute trades just like Jez as well. So peace.